everyone, what's up? It is me, Micah, and welcome to my September Life and Favorites video. Nako, sobrang love na love ko to. Hindi ko talaga in-expect that I would love it this much.
I must say that it's probably better than McDonald's Twister fries.
My cordless vacuum Charlie. Kung bago ka sa channel ko, hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Micah Louisse. I usually make fashion, lifestyle, and faith content. Medyo matagal na since I last did my life and favorites video. In fact, I believe it was way back in April when I got married. So it's about high time that I updated this series, and I'm so excited to be doing it today. And this video will be posted on my birthday, October 2. For those of you who don't know, yung life and favorites videos ko are about my favorite life lesson or lessons that I've learned for the month, followed by my favorite things that I've used and abused for the month as well. Before we begin, Lippy of the day, I am wearing, hulaan nyo, alam nyo na to, Clay Crush by Maybelline. As always, got that out of the way. Let's get started. I only have one life favorite, and I believe that a lot of you will be able to relate with me through these stories. There's truly nothing that I love more than instant gratification. When I want something to happen, I literally do everything it takes to make it happen. Now, I won't say that I do this to acquire material things. I do this so that things happen my way. I remember one time, actually recently lang to, mga 2 to 3 weeks ago, my family and I passed by the usual route that we take going to my lolo's house in Rizal. Tapos, nagulat kami kasi bigla na lang kaming tiningil sa side ng road. So, sabi sa amin ng traffic enforcer na since August, apparently nagpalit sila ng policy na bawal na pala dumaan doon yung private vehicles. Yung mga pwede lang dumaan sa road na yon are jeepneys, taxis, and motorcycles, I believe. But there were no clear signs that said that private vehicles weren't allowed to enter that road anymore. But of course, it was our mistake. Di naman kami pasigenyo. And we were willing naman na tikitan kami. But the twist in the story is that biglang sinabi sa amin na i-confiscate yung license ng mom ko because at the time, she was the one who was driving. So, doon ako parang, hold up, guys. Under very specific circumstances na lang pwede mag-confiscate ng license, and our situation was not one of them. I'll leave an article explaining this further in the description box, but anyway, going back to the story, I actually already knew that information, so me being the fighter that I am, pulled up CNN articles that stated the Republic Act of the Philippines. Pinaglaban ko talaga to the point na parang nagtatalo na kami nung traffic enforcer. In the end, hindi nila kinayang paglaban yung reasons nila because their reasons truly did not make sense, and it was obvious that they were only doing that para ma-meet yung quota nila. Apart from that, they were also not able to show us a memorandum saying na they are authorized to confiscate licenses. And I know what you're thinking. Sounds like tama naman yung ginawa mo, Micah, right? But my biggest mistake there was that I fought with the enforcers. I raised my voice, yet I could have simply fought for my right through a calmer yet still stern delivery. And in a way, I can say that sometimes we're the same with God. We whine, we grumble, we complain na parang, Lord, nasa na? Bakit ang tagal pa? Or Lord, bakit nandito pa rin ako? Alam mo yun, we say all these things and just complain to God and tell Him what to do. The only difference from the story that I told you regarding the traffic enforcers is that God is always right. I was listening to this episode from the Big Life devotional by Pamela. I'll leave a link to that in the description box. So in a nutshell, she basically discussed the necessity of the longer route that God makes us go through, just like He did with the Israelites during their exodus from Egypt. Instead of taking the short way, God made them take the longer way because He knew that if they took the shorter route, they would end up in danger. He was protecting them from something they were completely unaware of. He was protecting them because God knew that by their own minds and their own abilities, they would not have known that for themselves. It's so funny how so many of us insist on what we want that we forget that we can only see so far. But God already knows what the end looks like. If you guys have seen the Squid Game, which I recommend that you do, there was a particular game where they needed to work as a team and they chose to listen to a leader who knew all the strategies for the game in order for them to win. And even if the strategy seemed absurd, they still followed what he had said. They obeyed their leader because they knew that he knew better. They trusted him. That's just a human leader. Imagine how much more reliable God is. If God says that the longer route is necessary in your life, then it is necessary because he knows it is what's best for you. In choosing to trust God as some of us go through the longer route, you will also gain increased patience, grit, wisdom, level of skill, and so much more. Just look at it as a training ground. God is not only protecting you from something you don't know might happen if your will were to come to pass, but he is also preparing you for something greater than what you could ever imagine. Moving forward to my favorite items for the month, starting with the beauty category. First up, we have the Lux Organics Beauty Mist by Anne Clut. So this is actually a setting spray. Grabe guys, parang dalawa yung nakuha ko nito nung nirelease ni Miss Anne Clutz yung line niya with Lux Organics for the setting spray. Tapos parang mga 8 months kong ginamit yung first bottle. Kailan lang ulit ako nagpalit to this one. I am just super amazed na ganun siya katagal naglalast tapos ang mura-mura pa niya. And it actually works sa lahat ng mga shootings ko, mga hostings ko na pang matagalan talaga. This is what I use and I have no complaints whatsoever. So for all of the items that I will be showing you on this video, rest assured I will leave links to them in the description box. Second item, we have another sprayer. What do I call this? Another mist. So we have this deep hydrating rice toner from Lana PH. I have been a fan of Lana ever since I can remember. They continue to innovate and they continue to amaze me with the products that they come out with because they're not only safe but they're also extremely effective. Parang so far sila na lang yung brand na ginamit ko from years back, worked on meets ginamit ko ulit, tapos gumana pa rin siya sa akin. Minsan kasi because changing na yung skin natin as we age, meron akong products na mga binabalikan from the past na gumana sa akin. Pero ngayon, they don't work as well anymore. So ginagawa ko sa morning, instead of using a toner where I have to use cotton buds or cotton pads, I realize I've been saying cotton buds but I meant cotton balls. Going back. So ito na lang ginagamit ko sa morning. I just spritz it all over my face and then I wait for it to dry. And then I apply my next favorite, which is the Lana PH Skin Protection Brightening Sunblock. Now, this is probably my favorite SPF of all time because of its level of protection. It has SPF 80, guys. 80. It also smells super good. I don't know what ingredient they use here, but it's always super refreshing to use it in the morning. It seeps right through your face. It's not gonna leave a white cast or a sticky residue. In fact, the moment you apply it, you will not feel it, I tell you. By the way, this video is not sponsored by any of the brands that I am showing you, and I'm simply sharing them to you guys so that you'll be able to spend your money on products that actually work. And please support Lana because they are a local brand, and Riza, the owner of Lana, is just the sweetest and the most humble. There's nothing I love more than brands with great owners. Next is still skin related. Nako, sobrang love na love ko to. Hindi ko talaga in-expect that I will love it this much, pero it has been extremely helpful during this pandemic. I have here my IPL laser from Studio Smooth. I've actually featured this in a video that I did months and months back. I believe almost a year now, if I'm not mistaken. I love going to the clinic. I love getting my armpits and my legs and my arms lasered. Gustong-gusto ko yan kasi napapamper ako. But then, recently, because of the Delta variant, I have not been that confident to go out of my house. So this has been extremely helpful, especially dito sa upper lip area ko. Nagsistart na kasi siyang tumubo ulit. So nung ginamit ko ulit to, wala na, natanggal na siya after like 2 uses. Ang galing. I think that this is absolutely worth it for those of you who are looking for an alternative and are afraid to go to the clinic all the time, just like me. And lastly, for beauty, we have my budget planner / journal / the notebook where I put my to-do list for the day. I find so much beauty in being organized and being able to write down my thoughts. So this is the Take It Easy Planner by Easy Peasy. This is actually a budget planner. Mas budget planner siya than journal. Pero there are big spaces where you can add your notes, your priorities for the day, and whatnot. So I also consider it my journal as well. I've been trying to monitor my expenses for a while now, and having this around just reminds me to do that. Seeing my expenses listed down and having a chance to really stare at how much I've already spent makes me take 2 steps back and assess if I've been wise about budgeting for that specific month. Transitioning to our second category, which are home stuff. I tried getting back to working out every other day about 2 weeks ago. So what I've been doing recently is trying to work out every single day so that I can get back the habit of working out every other day, if that makes sense. And dati kasi nung nakatira pa ako sa Santa Rosa, I would borrow weights from my mom because she had them there in her house. So I had to buy my own when I moved here. Tada! Got some weights for myself. Oops, wait lang, medyo madumi to. And hindi lang ito yun, kasi it's 20 kilograms worth of weights. But ang daming choices sa Lazada. You can choose up to 30 kilograms, meron ding 40 kilograms. I feel like my routine is just so much more exciting when it has weights in it. There's one thing that I don't ever want to take away from my routine. It is working out, because that's my way of taking care of the body that God has blessed me with. Next up for home, you guys have seen this many times, pero grabe yung naging appreciation ko sa kanya nung September. We have my cordless vacuum Charlie. So this is from the brand called Monarch. Sobrang luxurious ng feel nito, in fairness. But considering all of the attachments that it came with, about 8 attachments, or 6 to 8 if I'm not mistaken, ang mura niya na for its price. This actually transitions to a mop as well. Can you imagine that? It vacuums and mops at the same time. We no longer have to sweep the floor since I vacuum every day. It's so convenient to have a power device such as this. So having a cordless vacuum has been extremely helpful and convenient. I don't need a Dyson wireless vacuum. This is my Dyson wireless vacuum. Next up, we are in my bathroom. I wanted to show you something that we added here a few weeks back. For those of you who are renting your apartment or the house that you're living in, and bawal kayo magbarena sa loob ng banyo nyo or anywhere around the house for that matter, or para sa inyo na ayaw lang magbarena kasi nakakatamad siya, tapos kailangan nyo ng shelves para sa banyo nyo. Well, this is the solution. I mean, just look at that! I am so happy about it. I mean, I'm not happy na Mickey Mouse yung holes niya, but I'm happy overall in terms of function. So the shelves are latching on a tension rod, meaning you kind of just have to squeeze it in between the ceiling and the floor in order to keep it in place. It's nice because it holds all of my necessities and even the bigger and heavier shampoos and conditioners up here without a problem. And I only got it for 300 pesos. That is the best part. Meron tayong subcategory under home, which is food. This is the last category, by the way. I wanted to share this to all of you who love going to the grocery or love to cook. We have our ref right here. Let us open it because most of the items na pag-usapan ko are in the freezer. Alright, let's get started. The first one, medyo puno to ngayon dahil kaka-grocery lang namin. We have this crispy pata na ready to go. This crispy pata is under the brand Heat and Serve. Adrian and I love this so much kasi ang sarap talaga niya. It's juicy, it's tender, but the only thing is that it is expensive. So this costs 750 pesos. It's quite a splurge, but we mostly just eat crispy pata lang naman kapag merong special occasion. So for those of you who are interested and you don't have any other crispy pata selling
selling stalls around your home or near your home, there's frozen crispy pata inside of the supermarket. Another one. Guys, this is your hack. Please don't tell anyone about this. That's funny. Ta-da! Twister fries. So this is a kilo of twister fries. It's 230 plus pesos from SNR, and you will love it. I must say that it's probably better than McDonald's twister fries. So kung wala ng twister fries sa McDonald's, I suggest that you give it a go because this is also so much cheaper. The BFF twister fries cost almost 200 pesos and it's probably just half of this. This is another favorite of mine that I grabbed from the grocery. So this is a panna cotta. I forgot the brand. Tinanggal ko kasi yung box. Ayan, panna cotta lang yung nakasulat, guys. Hanapin nyo na lang sa grocery. Pero katabi niya yung mga yogurt. Basta guys, it's in the dairy section. And trust me, if you're a fan of like jellies, panna cottas, pudding, then you will love this. I suggest that you get the chocolate flavored one. That's better than the caramel, but the caramel won't disappoint. It's still super good.
Alright guys, that is it for my September favorites. I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something from it. If you guys have any video suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments section. Please do leave some love. It is an honor that I got to spend my birthday today with you guys. I'm leaving you guys with love, hope, and faith. For today, you watched me, Micah, Louisse, and I cannot wait to see you again. Bye everyone!